Hello, little cute stars. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So, students, I'm your mathematics educator again here with a new chapter with a new concept. And today we have chapter number 6, which is multiplication. So, today we are going to learn about the multiplication, which we also called it repeated addition. So, I hope so you have remembered the previous content of class 3 related to the multiplication, and now you are ready to move forward to the next part of it. So we have learned to multiply a given number by a number having one digit or two digit. Observe the following multiplication. So 7 multiplied by 8 is your answer is 56. So in this case we write here 56, then 7 multiplied by 6 is 42. Okay, after this what we have to do, you just have to add these two numbers together, 56 and 42. While you have to add this number, you have to add a 0, and this 6, 5 plus 2 is 7 and 4. So 476 is your answer. Here 68, it's called a multiplicand, 7 is the multiplier, and 476 is the product. So when we multiply two numbers together, so what we get from it, that we get it, that we have a multiplicand which is 68 and 7 is a multiplier, and after multiplying two numbers the result it's called the product. Okay, so these three terminology we have to use in the multiplication. Multiplicand, the number which is to be multiplied is called multiplicand. The number by which we multiply is called multiplier. The answer of multiplication is called your product. Now we are discussing about the properties of multiplication we have. So order property. Students, here is the advice from my side that the property which is applied on the addition, that those properties are applied on multiplication as well, because multiplication means repeated addition. So order property is applied on the addition. It means order property is also applied on the multiplication as well, which means if we change the order of the multiplicand and multiplier, we get the same product at the end of the moment. Okay, so 5 multiplied by 8 is 40, 8 multiplied by 5 is also 40, 9 multiplied by 3 is 27, and 3 multiplied by 9 it's 27. Now we have next property, which is grouping property. Again, it's apply here. If we make different groups for multiplication, end of the moment we get the same product. Okay, next, property of 0. So whenever we multiply a number to 0, we get the product 0 only. Okay, students, so you always have to keep in your mind, whenever you have to multiply a number to 0, it means your end answer always be a 0. Next, we have property of 1, in which we multiply a number with 1. To end of the moment, the product is the number itself. So 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. 1 multiplied by 45 is 45. Next, we have distributive property of multiplication over addition, which means if we have two numbers, for example, 5 multiplied by 4 plus 2 and 5 multiplied by 4, 5 multiplied by 2. So in this case, what you observe, the product of a number and the sum of two or more numbers is equal to the sum of individual products of the given number and the number forming the sum. It means if you have these three numbers, so you follow this, 4 plus 2 is 6, and then you multiply it with 5, so your product is 30. But if you change it, for example, first you multiply 5 with 4, 5 multiplied by 4 is 20, and then you multiply 5 by 2, so 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, and then you add these two numbers together, so this product will remain same here as well. In this case, you also get your answer 30, and in this case also you get your answer 30. So this is called your distributive property of multiplication over addition. Next, we move forward to our exercise, which is 6a. So let's start it. So which number I have to multiply 25 to get the product 25 itself? So it means I have to multiply it with 1. When I multiply 278 with 1, I'll get 278 as the product. Which number I have to multiply with 17 to get 0? Obviously 0. Now we change the order property. So 36 multiplied by 15 is equal to 15 multiplied by 36. Now we have to make grouping. So 10 multiplied by 40, 45 multiplied by 17, it's equal to 17 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 45. So in same way you have to use these properties and then answer the rest of the questions you have. Now move forward to the next concept, which is multiplication by 10. So in this case, what we are going to learn, you just have to do only a one step here, that you just count the numbers, how many numbers you have. For example, here we have in 10 only 10. So you have to write your number 47 as it is, and then 10 after this. So what you have to do, whenever you have multiple of 10, so you just have to count the how many zeros you have, you write the numbers as it is and write then numbers after this. Now we have multiplication by 100. So in this case, you have two zeros and 5. So first you have to multiply 34 with 5. Okay. After this, you're getting 170. And these two zeros, you have to write it as it is. So your final answer is 17,000. Multiplication with multiple of 10, it's very easy, students. So don't be confused. Now we have multiplication by 1000. So in this case, we have to repeat the same process. First, you have to multiply 24 with 6. So you will get 144. In thousands, we have three zeros. So you have to take three zeros as it is and then write after the 144. So I hope, students, this is clear to you. Now we move forward to our exercise, which is 6b. So 65 multiplied by 10. How many zeros we have? Only one. Well done. So we write here 65 and then add 0. Next we have 52,000 multiplied by 3,000. 52 multiplied by 3,000. So first we multiply 52 with 3. So we will get 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. After this, how many zeros we have in 3,003? So we write it as it is. 1, 2, 3. This is your end answer. Okay. Next we have 7 multiplied by 5,000. So 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. And then you have to add 3 zeros as it is. So similarly, you have to do the rest of the questions you have as I do by repeating the same method which is used by me. Now we have next concept, which is which is multiplication by a two-digit number. So in this, what we are doing, we multiplying a number with two-digit number. So for example, we have 232 multiplied by 23. So what we do, we split this 23. Okay, so how can we split it? 20 plus 3. Now we are using here distributive property. So first we have to multiply 232 with 20, and then we have to multiply 232 with 3. So after the product of these two multiplication, we have to add these two numbers together. You can use this method as well, or you can use the next method. For example, here we have 232 multiplied by 23. So 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Now we have to multiply those numbers with 2. So first we have to add a 0 here. Then 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Now we have to these two products together. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 should be there. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 1 should be there. 1 plus 4 is 5. So your final answer is 5,336. Okay, students. Now you have to repeat the same process which we understood here in our exercise. So let's do this. Now we have to multiply 354 with 11. So 354 multiply with 11. So in this case, we know the property of multiplication of 1, which means if we multiply any number with 1, so we get the same number. So when I multiply 1 with 354, so I get the same number 354. Now we move forward to the next multiplier. So I have to write first 0 here, and then the same thing is repeating here, that whenever I multiply any number with 1, so I get the same number. Now I have to add these two numbers together. 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 is here. So this is your final answer, 3,894. So in same way, you have to do the rest of the questions we have. You just imply the same method which is used by me. Now find the product. So in this case, we have to multiply a two-digit number with a two-digit number. So what we have to do here, let's see here. 85 multiplied by 79. So first we take number 9 and multiply it with 85. What you have to do, don't be scared and don't be get in problem. You just have to use the simple methods for single digit multiplication. Okay, so 9 fives are 45, right? 9 fives are 45. So it is a two digit number. So what we have to do, we just consider the last digit of it, 5, and then we shift to this 4 to the next number. 9 multiplied by 8, it's 72. So this 72 and this 4 will be added to this number. Your answer will be 76. So we write two digit number. Now the question is, ma'am, in first case you write only the last digit number and in the second case you write the two digit number. Why? Because in this I have to multiply further. So when I multiply 9 with 5, next we have to multiply 9 with 8. But after 8 there is no number, right? So when we have no number, no multiplicand, then I can write two digit number. So after this, I have to put a 0 here because now I move to the next multiplier. Now 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. So what I have to consider, only the last digit, which is 5, and 3 will be shifted to the 8. Okay, why? Because again I have, after multiplying 7 with 5, next I have to multiply it with 8 as well. So 7 8s are 56. Now I have to add 56 with 3. So my answer will be 59. I write it as it is. Now I have to add these two numbers together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11 and 1 is here. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. 1 and then 1 plus 5 is 6. So this is your final answer, 6750. So in same way, by following each and every step which is done by me, you have to do the rest of the question in a similar way. Now we move forward to the next question where we have to multiply 80 by 56. So in this case, I have a 0. So it means you just have to multiply 56 with 8 first. Okay, 8 6 are 48. So I write only last digit number. 4 will be shifted to the next number. 8 multiplied by 5 is 40 and 40 plus 4 is 44. Okay, then I have only 1 0 here. So I just write it as it is. So this is your final answer, 4480. Okay, students. So in same way you have to solve the rest of the questions you have, and till now you can understand how you have to deal with it. Okay, let's take one more question, which is a three digit number. So 317 multiplied by 73. So in this case, don't be confused that in this we have three digit number multiplication with two digit number. The same methods you have to follow here as well. 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. So we just consider last digit, which is 1, and then 2 will be shifted to the next number. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3 and 3 plus 2 is 5. Now 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Now we move forward to the next multiplier. So that's why we have to add a 0 here. Now 7 sevens are 49. Then we write 9 and 4. 7 ones are 4. And when we add 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 should be there. 7 threes are 21 and 21 plus 1 is 22. Now we have to add these two addends together. 1, 14, 1, 10, 11. 1, 3, 2. So this is your final answer, 23,141. So in same way you have to solve the rest of the questions you have. Now we move forward to the next concept we have, which is multiplication by three digit number. So in this case we have a both three digit number which we have to multiply. So don't be confused. The same process and the same method is applied here. There is only a one difference. Then we shift to the next number. So we have to add two zeros in this step. So let's understand this. When you multiply 3 with 285, so you will get 855. Okay. Then you have to multiply 7 with 285. So you get 1995, and this 0 you have to add because you shifted to the next multiply. And when you multiply to the third digit of your number, then you have to write two zeros. Okay. then you have to put two zeros, and then you have to write the multiplication of 285 with 1 is 285. Now you have three addends which you have to add together, and this is your final sum. Okay, students. Now the same one more example we are using here. 437 multiplying with 408. So when I multiply 8 with 437, I got 3496. When I multiplied 0 with 437, so we got three zeros because three digit number na. But we are adding one more zero because we shift to the next number. After this, you have to multiply 437 with 4. So before writing the product of it, you have to add two zeros. Okay. Then after multiplying, you get 1748. These are your three addends which you have to add it, and the final sum is 1,78,296. Always keep in mind, this is your first number, so we don't have to use and we don't have to put any zero. This is your second number, so you have to put a 10 before your answer. This is your third number, then you have to put two zeros before writing your product or your answer. So in this way, you have to multiply a three-digit number with a three-digit number. And now we move forward to our exercise 60. So let's understand this question. Here we have 341 multiplied by 245. 5 ones are 5. 5 fours are 20, so we just add 0 and 2 here. 5 threes are 15, and 15 plus 2 is 17. Then we put a 0 here. 4 ones are 4. 4 fours are 16, and 1 should be there. And 4 threes are 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13. Then we move forward to the next number. So how many zeros we have to add? Well done. Two zeros I have to write here. Now 2 ones are 2. 2 fours are 8. 2 threes are 6. After this, I have to add these three addends together. 5, 4, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 7 is 15, 1, 13, 1 and 8. And this is your final answer, 83,545. Okay, students, now take one more example. So, where we have a 4-digit number and we have to multiply it with 3-digit number. So 2 multiplied by 0 is 0, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, and 1 is here. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Now, how many zeros I have to write? Only 1, okay, because this is the second number we have. 8 multiplied by 0 is 0, 8 multiplied by 1 is 8, and 8 multiplied by 5 is 40. 4 will be there, 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 4 is 12. Then we have to write how many zeros? Well done, 2 zeros. Okay, after this 3 multiplied by 0 is 0, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, 3 multiplied by 5 is 15, 1 should be there, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, and plus 1 is 4. Now we have to add this number together, 0, 2, 8, 6, 7, 5. This is your final answer, 5,76,820. 5,76,820. So in same way, you have to do the rest of the questions you have. After this, we move forward to the next question, which is multiply. But in this, we first have to write it in a column and then we have to solve it. So we have 2016 multiplied by 127. 7 6 are 42. So we write 2 here. 4 will be shifted to the next number. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So we write 1 and shifted 1 to the next number. 7 multiplied by 0 and 0 plus 1 is 1. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. Then how many zeros we have to write? Only 1. 2 6 are 12. 1, 2, 2 ones are 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 multiplied by 0 is 0. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Then we have to write 2 zeros, and when we multiply 1 with any number, so we get the same number. So we just write it as it is. Now we have to write it 2, 3, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 1, 5, 6, 5 and 2. So this is your final answer, 25, 2,56,032. 2,56,032. In same way, you have to solve the rest of the questions you have. Now we move forward to the question number 3, and the same process you have to repeat here. So now I hope so you can do this. Now we have our word problems. Again, we have our day-to-day life situations, and we have to apply the multiplication operation here. So there are 2044 apples in a box. How many apples are there in 324 such boxes? So you just have to multiply 2044 with 324, and end of the moment you will get your answer, which is 6,62,256. So in the same way, we have some different questions in our exercise 6e. The first question is, a box contain 242 apples. How many apples will be there in 46 such boxes? So you have to multiply 242 with 46. 6 to the 12, 1, 6 4 is 24, 24 plus 1 is 25, 2, 6 2 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 14. Then we add a 0 here, 4 2 is 8, 4 4 is 16, 1, 4 2 is 8, and plus 1 is. Now you have to add these two additions together. 2, 5 plus 8 is 13, 1, 10, 1, 11, 1, and here is it your answer, 11,132. So in the same way, you have to solve the rest of the questions you have in this question, in this exercise, and then you have to move forward to the lattice multiplication. Now, what does mean by lattice multiplication? This is the another method of multiplication. This method was used in ancient India. Let's understand how can we use this method to multiply numbers. Let us multiply 291 by 13. Okay. So first we have to make a grid. Arrange number in a grid as shown alongside. So you have to make a grid and then you have to arrange this number. The multiplicand should be arranged on the horizontal line and your multiplier should be arranged on the vertical line. Then you have to proceed with diagonally. How? For example, 1 multiplied by 1, 1 multiplied by 9, 1 multiplied by 2. So draw diagonal through the grid, multiply pairs of digits and put the answer in the correct box. So when you multiply 1, so first we have to divide these boxes diagonally. Okay. So now 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, 1 multiplied by 9 is 9, 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. And you have to put a 0 because we have only a single digit number. After this we have 3. So again 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. 3 multiplied by 9 is 27. So you have to write 2, 7. And then 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So now what you have to do? You have to add it. So now multiply 291 by 3 and put the products in the lower lattice. Add the single digit in each diagonal. If the number has 2 digits, then carry it forward. For example, 6 plus 2 plus 9. So where we have 6 plus 2 plus 9. So you have to add it diagonally. You have to start from here. This is your diagonal. So here you only have 3. So you write here 3. Now 7 plus 1 is 8. Now 6 plus 2 plus 9 is 8 plus 9 is 17. So 7 would be there and 1 shifted to the next diagonal. 2 plus 1 is 3. So what is your answer here after this? 3783. 3783. This is your final answer. Now again we have a next number which is 469 and multiply it with 38. So you should be manage your multiplicand in a horizontal line and your multiplier in the vertical line, and then you have to multiply it. So 3 multiplied by 9 27, 3 multiplied by 6 118, 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, 8 multiplied by 9 is 72, 8 multiplied by 6 is 48, 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. Now start adding. So here we have only 2, so we write 2. 8 plus 7 plus 7. So 7 7 14. 14 plus 8 is 22. So we write here 2 and 2 will be shifted to the next diagonal. 10 and 16. 16 plus 2 18 and 1 shifted to the next number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6 and 6 plus 1 is 7. So your answer will be 7,820. Sorry, 17,822 because here we have 1 also. Okay. Then same way you have to do this question. So let's make it. First, we have to make a grid. Okay, so we have to arrange our numbers. 7, 1, 5, and then 1 5. Make it diagonal. Okay. Now 1 multiplied by 7 is 7, 0. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, 0. And 1, 5, 0. Okay. After this, we have to multiply with 5. So 5 sevens are 35, 5 ones are 5s, and 5 fives are 25. Now here we have only 5 in this grid. So we write 5 here. In this we have 5, 3, 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. So we write here 5 and 1 shifted to the this. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7. After this we have 2 plus 5, which is 7. So your final answer is 7755. So first what we do, we check it. Okay. How can we check it? 517 multiply with 15. 5 sevens are 35. 3 5 ones are 5. 8 5 ones are 5. 5 fives are 25. 0 7 1 5. Now we add this together. So we have 5 7 15 1 5 plus 6 and 6 plus 7 and 7. So what you see in both the methods, you get the same answer. So in same way, you have to use the rest of the questions you have and try the lattice method for numbers with more digits. So the questions you have in your above section, you can try those calculation with the help of lattice method. After this, you have your worksheet where you have a combination of questions which you perform and which you do in your different exercise. So again, you have to perform here. And after this, you have your mathematics lab activity which you have to perform in your maths lab. After this is the end of your chapter. I hope so, student, you understood it very well, and now you can try more questions for in multiplication with the help of a multiplication method and lattice method as well. Now I'll going to meet you in your next class with a new chapter. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.